Hey everyone, John Chow here from johnchow.com. And you may recall in my last video, I talked about how I was able to get back onto the Google search engine with the help of my friend Neil Patel. Well, in this video, I want to tell you another story about Neil Patel, and that is how I got Neil Patel to buy me a $2,000 MacBook Air. Yeah, so it was many years ago. Neil and I were at an event in Orlando, Florida called IZEA Fest. We were on a panel together talking about blogging and social media. And it was during, I guess, after the event, we were all hanging around this restaurant for the after party, just sitting there, enjoying each other, networking, that kind of stuff. And it was at that point, I noticed that my wife was on her laptop. And at that point, I haven't switched to Apple yet. So she had this big 17-inch Dell gaming laptop, big and heavy. And I just thought, you know, I should get her something lighter. And that's what I thought. So, but I figure Neil was here, and you know, Neil is a multi-millionaire, you know, probably, I don't know how much he's worth, but it's like he's worth a lot of money. So I just decided I should figure some way to get Neil to pay for this laptop. So how did I do it? Well, I just asked. So I just said, hey, Neil. And he goes, yeah. I go, would you buy me a new MacBook Air? That's all I said. I just asked him. I admit that looking back on it, I was just kind of joking at the time. I just asked him, would you buy me a MacBook Air? And Neil goes, why do you want it? And I said, oh, it's not for me. It's for my wife. And she's got this big 17-inch Dell notebook, and it's heavy, and you know, she has to lug this around. But a Mac Air is only like 3 pounds. It'll be much lighter, much better. Yeah, trying to put my most convincing face on. And Neil just looks at me, then looks at her, and he goes, okay. Yeah, that's it. He's okay. So I didn't know he was serious, or he was just joking, but I go, okay, great, awesome. You know, here's toast and whatever. And then I thought that was it. I thought he was just joking. Next day, he buys her a MacBook Air. Yeah, brand new, buys her a MacBook Air. And cool, right? Now, why did Neil do this? And this is the lesson I want to impact on you guys. Why did Neil do this? Now, I like to say that Neil did it because he's just a super nice guy, and he has a big heart and everything. And he felt that, you know, my wife should not be carrying around this big 12-pound notebook. I should get her a 3-pound notebook so she, you know, so she can, you know, not be so tired of carrying this big thing around. Now, I like to think that, but no, while that is part of the reason why Neil did that. Yes, he is a super nice guy with a big heart, and he likes to give and stuff, and that is one of the reasons. But there's also a business reason why Neil did this, and it's simple 3 letters: ROI, return on investment. You see, by buying my wife a $2,000 MacBook Air, I now owe Neil one. I now owe him a favor. I'm indebted to him, so to speak. Yeah, that's what I mean. Basically, I owe him one now, right? And Neil's thinking is this. He goes, if I can get John Chow to owe me one for only $2,000, that is a great return on investment. Put another way, if I can get Neil Patel to owe me one, and for only $2,000, I would do it in a heartbeat. There's a lot of people that I would do this for in a heartbeat, simply because I know what those people can do for me. So Neil's thinking, he knows what I can do for him. And if he can get that done for a measly MacBook Air, that is a bargain to him. And that's why you can think about ROI, return on investment. Now, how do you get to this kind of level? Like, did Neil actually make back his $2,000? I'm pretty sure he did. And did he call it a favor? I think he did, but the thing is, the way Neil operates, you really don't know, because I think he did that's a future story. I'll talk about a future story of how Neil got the favor out of me, but actually it worked out great for me too, because I made a lot of money in it as well. Neil also made way more than his initial $2,000 investment, right? So that is really the lesson. There's two lessons there. The first lesson is that if you want something, you must first give something. Like, you want to get something, you must first give something. You give first, then you get. That is a universal rule to the law of attraction. If you want someone to smile at you, you smile at them first, right? You ever notice when you think about bills, all you get is more bills, but when what do you think about becomes flesh, right? So Neil, in this case, Neil wants money, he gave money, and then he got it back. But yeah, that is a universal law, and it works. And there's something that a lot of people, especially brand new to marketers, do not get. Because I get emails all the time, and it's always from new marketers saying, "Hey, can you give me this? Can you give me that? Can you tell me this? Tell me that?" It's always like, give me. But they never give themselves, right? So in Neil's case, he gave first and got back later. And that's what I try to do a lot of times. Usually this, why do I give myself of my free time? Because I could bill myself. I could bill myself for lots of, per hour. I can bill myself for a lot of money. But a lot of time, when I meet new people, I ask, what can I do for you? How can I help you? How can I help you increase your business? And I don't charge for this. And because I know that down the road, it's going to come back to me because they will owe me one. And just like I owe Neil one. And Neil owes me one as well on some other stuff. And this is the reason why when I called up Neil, they said, "Hey Neil, I need your help to get back into Google." He helped just like that, right? Because you scratch my back, I scratch your back, that kind of stuff. So it comes back to networking, where you go to an industry event, you connect with people. And that's another lesson. How do you connect with people? The best way to connect with the movers and shakers of your industry is not to go up to them and say, "Hey, can you help me do this? Can you help me do that?" The best way is to go up to them and say, "What can I do to help you?" And that's how Neil Patel works. And this is why Neil Patel is so successful today. So if you can adapt some of his mindset and his thinking, give before you get. How can I help you? Instead of saying, "What can you do to help me?" You go with that kind of mindset, you will be you will be way more successful. And Neil Patel is a prime example of this philosophy at work. All right. So I hope that helps you guys. If you like that, give me a thumbs up. I welcome your comment. Leave it below this video. And if it's a question, I'll try and get to it and answer it right away. And yeah, that's it. So it's a beautiful sunny day today. I think I'm going to go outside and enjoy the sun now. So give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys on the next episode.